Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where Brazil has capitulated, kind of. There was this awkward gap in the middle that didn't capitulate, and so all of this up here we got, but it ended up going to the Republic of Suriname because we were not in position to defend. We'll see if we're able to get up to these three provinces or not. It may or may not happen. We will see. Regardless, we're going to push up through the Republic of Suriname, and I don't think we'll have that difficult of a time with it, although the supplies in this region are hot garbage. And that's not really a surprise considering the state of infrastructure in this region. But we're also trying to push through Brazil here, and we are likely, I think, to get Brazil taken out. Are we? Oh yeah, we can't go in this way unless we were to naval invade. So they are able to get some supplies in here, but I imagine they're having some real supply issues. Now, these guys are pushing their way up, and they should arrive up here pretty soon, I think. Okay, but we've been cut off here, and I think... Are we going to push them out? Battle will last less than a day. It's just kind of holding at 92%. Okay. We're being repulsed right now, and okay. So this is the final state of the border with the Republic of Suriname until this push begins. That's reasonably okay. We are going to definitely need to get any infrastructure work done. So let's work on infrastructure work. That's a civilian factory. That should certainly be repaired. And this infrastructure as well. Everything else is relatively low priority. Especially that land fort. Okay, sounds good. So these guys are working on pushing into Brazil. That's fine. And I think we're going to tell these guys to go ahead and begin their push. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about supply in this region. Oh, that's actually completely fine. This is all one supply region. That's nice. I keep doing that. I need to stop. Okay, so that's a lot of Ojibwa troops that are down over this way. But we're just going to keep attempting to push in. I don't have any problem with what's happening here. I think this is completely fine. We're just going to continue pushing this and doing what we can. In the meantime, let's take a look at our Navy situation. Oh, okay. So we've definitely split off a few fleets here. There's no doubt about that. This is all destroyers. I'm going to go ahead and tell this destroyer fleet. We can get rid of that. I'm going to go ahead and tell this destroyer fleet to start patrolling like Hudson Bay. Destroyers aren't really minesweepers, or at least not our destroyers, but that's fine-ish. Wait, they couldn't actually reach that, could they? Yeah, we couldn't reach the Hudson Bay. Instead, we will go ahead and remove that. Can we reach Labrador Sea? No. Where can we reach? Can we just base out of Greenland? Wait, we don't have a naval base in Greenland. We should maybe think about doing something about that. That would be a handy thing to have. His naval bases in Greenland. Okay, so we'll get started on those. That's not the highest priority. I'm going to get like a single one up to the higher priorities. And we'll get started on that. And then once... Wait, where is that fleet? Once this fleet is ready to go, then it can head into the Hudson Bay on patrol. Okay. So yeah, we've been pushed out of a couple of these areas. That is definitely true. These guys are currently doing what they're supposed to. Let's go ahead and split this force in half. We'll select these guys, make a new fleet, move them over to here, and we will tell them, like that, to reinforce. These guys should also be told to reinforce. That's definitely a thing they should be doing. What is this exclamation mark? I'm not sure what the exclamation mark is. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything spooky. Actually, I'm not sure about that at all. Okay, we'll get these up to 99. That'll be fine. I want to do, looks like, 3 additional fleets here. So, we'll go ahead and split this guy in half, bump this up to 99, bump this up to 99. There we go. Select you, make a new fleet, and tell them to patrol the eastern seaboard. Also, go ahead and split off. For these guys, we will do exactly the same thing. Up to 99. Up to 99. Select new fleet. And you can go up to Newfoundland Sea. Perfect. And go ahead and split off. And we'll divide this one as well. Up to 99. Up to 99. Select new fleet to the Labrador Sea. And enable split off. Okay, eventually, that should do the trick. Cipher for Brazil is fully decrypted. That's all well and good. We should probably move our guys over to Suriname at this point. Why don't you build intel network in Suriname? Thank you. Okay, now we want to go to the intelligence agency. I guess we can reveal the intel against Brazil. Not like it is important. Okay, there we go. I'd like to begin decrypting Suriname ciphers. That would be nice. Can we do that yet, though? No, we can't. Okay. That's fine. We should be pushing in here nicely, and then these guys will be a bit of a peninsula once that happens. So that's excellent. And we do need to move these divisions into these armies, or this army, and this division. That's fine. Our manpower is declining a little bit. That is something to note. We may eventually have to go from limited conscription to extensive conscription. I'd prefer not to do that. And we won't need to for a while. This is a parachute division. Fine. You can go ahead and hop in here. Perfect. Looks like we have made some progress over here. That is fantastic to see. And we're looking at pushing in over this way. Our borders have definitely gotten to be a bit of a mess. But that's okay. We're pushing in over here. And by borders, I mean our troop orders have gotten to be a bit of a mess. That is 100% for sure. This front line is super awkward at this point. We may want to consider unifying this into a single army group. Essentially, like, splitting off... No, I just want this guy. Splitting off, like, this guy and this guy. Or, more specifically, just doing something like this. Have this guy come over here for allegedly area defense, but it's actually just to make sure that they're moving over here. And then have these guys be set up like this. Yeah, this is much, much cleaner, and we actually don't have to change any orders. This is all perfect. So I'm reasonably content with this, and then we can have these guys actually, instead of doing this, we can have them be thinking about doing a naval invasion. From, say, here to perhaps... What if we could cut off this? Something like that. There you go. We can at least be thinking about that. So he can start preparing for it. It'll be a while, but it's an interesting option. So there's our infantry offensive finishing up. We definitely still have some land doctrine to work through here. Armored operations is definitely something to grab. and we're going to accelerate that. Infiltration Assault is the next thing that we can get. So I'm very happy to see that. This division can get assigned in... Oh, that's a paratroop division. Okay. It can get assigned in over here. And you can stop. Excellent. Okay, so this army group is currently arranging itself for this front line, and this is an ideal front line. Yeah, I do not dislike that fill-in strategy. I like that quite a lot. Yeah, we're losing that battle. That's to be expected. Let's check in on our logistics in this area. Things are looking pretty good logistically. Okay, do we need to make any infrastructure? No, we don't. Do we need to be repairing any infrastructure? That was Iceland and Greenland. Technically, that doesn't need to be done right now. But it won't take long, I suppose. Okay, let's get it underway. Now, we're currently losing these battles, although I don't care. I want to be attacking into their supply area, because that will definitely ruin their logistics. Their infrastructure is under attack. Our infrastructure, as long as we're attacking them, is not under attack. Because if you look at the way that the states are laid out, our infrastructure is not under attack. Their infrastructure is under attack. So they're logistically not going to be able to keep this up as we continue damaging their infrastructure. That is the overall concept here. And we still have a lot of armies moving around. So that's fine. We're 15 out of 84 days over here. That's fine. I would very much like to cut them off from... Well, specifically, I would like to take this area. We would have to actually fight Inca for that. I'm thinking about justifying on Peru. But I'm holding off on that mostly because I don't quite yet want them to join the war. But my question that I have in my mind is, why don't I? I don't want them to, but I'm not sure why. Does it matter? I'm honestly not sure it matters. Let's check on our logistics here and see how we're doing. We're currently losing a little bit of anti-tank, but we've got plenty stored up. Same with motorized and light tank. Modern tank, we're working on our deficit there. That's nice. Glad to see that. And everything else we're doing fine on. Okay. Let's check in on our naval situation. Things are not looking the greatest over here. Okay, noted. That's not really our focus right now, though. We've managed to get a solid toehold in South America, and that is our primary focus, is pushing in over here. Logistically, I have to assume... Let's see. That tooltip is indicating they can support 84.79, and we are damaging their infrastructure pretty heavily, which is fantastic to see. We'll just continue researching random things. So yeah, they can support 84 currently. We don't know how many they currently have. Although, what's our bottleneck here? Local infrastructure. That's definitely something that we should be working on. Let's see, what is this state? We are working on that. Specifically, we are working on construction of an infrastructure here. And... we don't need to repair any infrastructure right now. Okay. Well, that will need to be worked on for a little bit yet. That'll finish up on 10 February. So that's fine. We'll have that done soon enough. I think ultimately we're probably doing more logistical damage to them than they are to us. That said, their supply limitation here is not going down by a huge amount. It's hovering right around 84. They're definitely working on repairs, which is fair enough. They should be. That is 100% what they should be doing. But we have fresh troops rolling up to the front lines right now, so that's great to see. However, who are these guys with the... Okay, that's Suriname. That's directly Suriname. How are they doing on their manpower? Available manpower, 2.36 million. Okay, so we can't really rely on manpower the way we did with Brazil. However, what we can do is rely on the fact that they only have 29 military factories. That is definitely a thing that they only have. This land that they took was pretty much just rainforest. There's honestly not going to be much development there. So I'm not too concerned about them taking this land. 37 out of 84 days on this naval invasion. I'm okay with this. How are we doing with our naval supremacy? Mediocre. I'm not surprised. I'm not really paying that close of attention to the naval game right now. Who's attacking here? It's very strange. We definitely need to figure out our supply issue here, though. And again, that pretty much is just this infrastructure. This is level 10 infrastructure that is currently being constructed here. So that's great. Very happy to see that. We can also queue up some civilian factories over here if they're already over their cap. Okay. That's completely fine. How many... These are basically just military factories. Okay, noted. We may want to switch some of those over, but for now, I think it's fine. Yeah, Suriname definitely has a lot of troops over here. But I think once our supply situation here gets fixed, which it will very, very shortly, the core issue here is the majority of this front line is being tasked by this supply region. So once we get that finished up, that should help dramatically. We're currently losing this attack. Okay, so we are. Noted. And actually, we have finished that infrastructure. I'm guessing we took some infrastructure damage? We have not. Okay, so what's our supply bottleneck? Local infrastructure. Local infrastructure is 10. Local infrastructure in all of these regions is 10. So what is our supply path? We're coming in via this supply transfer into here, where our bottleneck is our capital's 200 limit. Fair enough. And then from there, that goes up into here, where our local infrastructure, which is capped, is limiting us. What? Maybe it just hasn't updated? I mean, we're taking some damage. There's no doubt about that. Like, we're struggling with infrastructure in this state, and I have legitimately no idea why. Local infrastructure, 65.52. I mean, we have been fighting there. Or rather, they've been attacking us. But I don't see any infrastructure damage here. Average infrastructure of states in the area, 5.7. The total level of infrastructure in the area is 17. Is it? Oh. Is that what it is? Because we've pushed slightly ahead of this supply area line. That might be it. We'll see. We are successfully attacking back this way. Okay. Interesting. I'm pretty sure it's because we don't control enough of Amazonas to start working on this infrastructure. So honestly, losing this should be beneficial for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this line here. And I'm going to put a new front line as being... I don't want it there. Okay, never mind. This is not going to work. This is absolutely not going to work. Can we just delete this? Thanks. We'll just have our front line be here. And our offensive line should really still be this exact spot. So that we can control Amazonas. Because if we look at the supply zone here, actually, technically, we shouldn't take this up here. Okay, so let's delete this. Let's delete this. There we go. And let's redraw this front line as not including these states here. So it would be, or not front line, offensive line. Can we not draw the front line, please? I want to draw an offensive line. Oh. Technically, I guess we need a front line. And then we'll put the offensive line as being this. That's correct. Okay. So for right now, we will just allow ourselves to redeploy. For the moment. I find it very, very strange that this supply zone apparently bisects this state. Or perhaps it doesn't? No, it definitely does. That's very odd. Okay. Noted. Okay, I'm going to switch over to balanced attacking for now while we're redeploying. Excellent. These guys can come on into this army. Perfect. Making progress there. How are we doing on our naval base up here? Wonderful. That's good to see. We've got an additional unassigned division, and we'll put him in right there. And another. Perhaps even another? No, not another. Fine. Okay, so we've withdrawn a bit here. And that is entirely due to our logistics issue here. %100% due to this logistics issue. So we have to push in order to build the infrastructure here. Damaged level 7 of 7. Yeah, there's just a complete lack of infrastructure in this specific county that we can't actually repair because we don't have state control. That's very strange to me. Because we can't build infrastructure here. And we can't repair this infrastructure. Very odd. Well, if we can push into this supply region, we should be able to rectify this, I would think. And maybe we'll be able to. I don't think they'll really be able to push us too much out of this. Maybe we should dig in along this line and just construct land forts. Something like that-ish. I mean, that's not that many land forts. We can do it. We can dig in here and attempt to ensure that we don't get pushed back while we work on this. I really... Hang on. Yeah, you know what we should do? Rather than working on that infrastructure, we should absolutely be building naval bases over here. There already are some, but we can build additional naval bases so that our naval base throughput can work. That said, I'm not sure if it's going to come through the naval bases or if it's always going to come in via our supply lines. And we'll always have that infrastructure issue, won't we? So I'm not convinced that this will fix anything at all. Regardless, I'm still going to work on these naval bases as well. Okay, let's take a look at these guys here. Infrastructure-wise, our infrastructure needs have dropped here. Interesting. And that's because we have a fair number of troops down in this zone. We're still working on redeploying. At any rate, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. In next episode, we'll see if we can solve this particular logistics problem. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.